Well, good evening and welcome to my channel. My name's John from Cooking Around the World, and today I'm going to make another one of my quick snacks. This is the kind of meal I make when I'm low on energy and low on time. So this is an aromatic herb and mushroom sausage roll. So these are stacked with herbs. 2 tablespoons of fresh thyme really elevate this sausage roll, which you'll thoroughly enjoy, I guarantee. So let's get on with it and I'll show you how to cook them. Very simple. Right, firstly into our bowl is a cup of breadcrumbs. There we are. Right, I bought a whole roll of sausage meat, 450 grams, but I'll just use half of that, which is 225. There we are. Pop that in there. And I'll just put the other half into a plastic bag. You can put that in the freezer or the fridge, depending on how soon you're going to make your next slot. Right, I've got some fresh thyme here. So you want roughly a couple of teaspoons of fresh thyme. Pop them in there. Right, and I've popped our fresh thyme in there along with a teaspoon of garlic powder, teaspoon of sage, teaspoon of dried oregano, half a teaspoon of salt, about a quarter of a teaspoon of black pepper. And that can go in here. Right, so there's our 5 mushrooms chopped up finely. We'll pop them in the bowl, and then we'll chop up our onion and we'll mix it all together. And then in goes our onion. Now I'll go and get my wooden spoon and I'll start stirring that in. Right, we're going to mix this all together now. When I come back, this will all be incorporated and we can put it into our pastry. Right, that's all combined and ready. I'm going to get some baking paper and put it in my baking tray, and then we'll put this mixture into the pastry. Right, we've got our pastry there, so hopefully that's enough pastry. I would say so. They're going to be fairly good sized sausage rolls. And I'll make a salad to go with these. And that'll be my quick dinner. Right. Now I've got some egg wash made up as well, because well, gosh, these are fat. Right, let's get our knife out. So I've got my baking tray here with the baking paper in, and I'll put them in there once I finish cutting them. So cut them about 1 inch wide. Okay. Before we go any further, let's get the egg wash on them. I'll put them onto the baking paper first actually, because I don't want to get egg wash all over this dry chopping board. So I'll put them on here first. Come on John, hurry up, everyone's hungry. There we are. On with the egg wash. Once I've egg washed all of these, I'll pop them in the oven, 180 degrees, and we're probably looking at 25 minutes. I will have a wee peek at them at 20 minutes just to make sure they're on target. And then I'll come back for the tasting. There they are, all egg washed. Now they're going into the oven. And this is what they look like when they come out of the oven. Aren't they beautiful? I'm going to put them on a plate and we'll have a tasting, I think. Right, we're going to taste these now. I actually started tasting before I turned the camera on. But here we go. Wow. Firstly, that combination of sage and onion in there, you can taste straight away, very strong. And then over the top of it is that fresh thyme. Wow. Flavour combinations in this are fantastic. Look, I hope you make this. It's very quick to make. Small amount of ingredients, small amount of preparation, and large amount of satisfaction. Alright, thank you very much for watching. And I'll catch you on my next recipe.